What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Not Today. I'm Jen Sturger.
Hey, it's Eddie Pence.
You almost sound happy.
I almost did.
It's getting better every week. Slightly less beta energy.
Well, you changed your clothes, so you look new.
Yeah.
I look like I'm in the same shirt I was last
Eddie,
week.
why are you breaking fourth wall right now? People need to think that we're taping these in real fucking time.
Then I should have brought another shirt.
Yeah.
Or turned this one inside out. That's what I should have
I did it last week where we recorded too. We just like to have extra in the can because sometimes we get busy.
Yeah.
Sometimes life gets
You're busy. You're blowing up stand-up wise.
I don't know. I feel
good for you.
Yeah, whatever. I had a really good set the other night.
There you go.
But I was just hosting. And so do you know when you're doing well, but you're like, what if I do too well and people get mad at me?
No, you do as well as you can fucking do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't
fuck other people.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're not going to help you out later.
But the guy that I brought up first is he's like an old school comic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
And to the point where when he walked up on stage, he took his time to let the energy in the room kind of die down.
Yeah.
And it made it real weird because I'm just standing there awkward as fuck because there's no music. And we're doing the handoff on stage that you do when you host.
Yeah. And
he mumbles under his breath, it was a really fucking good set.
There you go.
And I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
And then he went on stage and he goes, it was really cool of her to share her whole medical. And then he sat there and bullshitted for the first 2 minutes he was on stage.
He wanted to cleanse the palate of the show.
Yeah, I was told that's what happened.
Yeah.
But does that mean I did a good job or a bad job?
I mean, you did a great job.
Okay. But I've just never seen I've never seen a headliner.
If you ate shit, he'd go up and hit it hard to get the energy back up.
Yeah.
You had it at such a play. It's like a crowd is if it's going up, up, up where you had them, you got to bring it back down. So now he has a place to take them. He can't keep taking them.
That's fair. He'll make them tired. Yeah. Especially him because he yells a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it's again, you want the audience to okay, you just had a huge laugh. I got to let you guys down so I can take you back up there because I can't keep going infinitely up.
Yeah. This felt like one of those sets. Do you remember when you have a set and when you were younger and you were
when I did sets?
Shut up.
A long time ago.
No, but when you were younger and in your formative years as a stand-up and you have one of those sets where you're like, oh, I think I might know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Or you were like, oh, that was a benchmark set.
Yeah, you have those breakthrough sets where you're like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll probably get slapped in the face this week when I go on the road.
In 2 or 3 weeks, you'd be like, fuck, what am I doing?
I had one of those recently.
But that's stand-up.
I had one of those recently, but the thing that I struggle with is sometimes reading the entire scenario of the room.
Yeah.
And so when I had a bad set recently, it was because there were 270 people shammed into a space that's supposed to hold 220.
Yeah.
They had 2 servers.
Oh, that's
so
no
bueno. One had
No
alcohol.
bueno.
And P.S. the air conditioning stopped working
Lord.
at the beginning of the show.
Good Lord.
So people were not happy.
No.
And I just saw all of their faces and I took it oh, they hate me. They hate me. And it's no, they didn't want to be there, Jen.
Right.
Big difference.
Or they're there and they're miserable because all the environment has made them miserable.
Yeah.
So you can just be their guide on this journey of misery.
That's kind of,
Instead
that's
of
what
trying to
done.
hey, let me laugh at my jokes. It's no, let me guide you through this misery we're all going through.
Yeah. That's what I should have done. And I didn't realize that was what was happening.
But that comes with more experience or whatever.
It's not just that. It's reading social cues. It's reading the temperature.
That's the tism kicking in.
Dude. The number of times lately that I've been like, oh, that's what that scenario was that I completely misread.
That's the tism.
That's what that is.
Yeah. But the thing is,
that was one of the beautiful things that happened at the show I was at the other night. Is during my crowd work.
Yeah.
I was like, any single people here? Just because, when you're hosting, you talk
you chat to the audience.
You do more questions and chat and make them make noise.
You're focusing the room.
Yeah. And this lady who had the person that was next to her had his arm around her. And I said, any single people here? And she cheered real loud. And I said, wait, how are you cheering? And I go, he literally has his arm around you. And she goes, oh no, he's my friend. And I go, oh honey. And I go, I thought I was bad at reading social cues. I was like, I'm gonna send you a link.
I got a test you need to take.
I go, you should get tested. I said that. And then I go, I looked at the audience, I go, someone tell her.
It's not just me.
And that murdered.
Yeah.
But anyways.
But that's the thing about like, yeah, you'll have that awesome set like you had, and then 2 weeks later you'll fucking eat shit somewhere and go like, what am I doing? But then once you finally get to that level of like, you'll have the bad set, you'll be like, whatever, I still had like, you still had fun even in the bad set.
Yeah.
Or just the fact that you got up there to begin with. And like, you know what? Fuck it. There's another one coming up. Like that's when you get to that next level of, I guess, the leveling up as a comedian, where it's like, you're gonna have the good set, you're gonna have the bad set, you have the breakthrough set, you have the set that makes you never want to do stand-up again. But when you look at it, you're like, no, I'm just glad I was up there doing it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
Is I've never had a set where I go, I don't ever want to do this again. Even when it's bad, I'm like, I still want to go right back out and do it again. I don't know. It's like an abusive relationship.
It's the bug. You got the bug.
For sure. Oh, there's so much crazy stuff going on. Did you end up going to D23? I know sometimes you pay attention to all that stuff, and we'll wander down to Comic-Cons and conventions.
I wanted to, but I didn't get to go.
No.
I watched all the stuff online.
It was the last weekend before Colton started school.
Yeah,
so
and I've already dropped a shit ton of money at Comic-Con 2 weeks ago and everything else. So it was like, I can't go to D23.
D20. Oh yeah, no, you would blow your life savings.
Yeah, I can't. I'm still. I got the credit card bill's coming due on Comic-Con like in a week, and I'm like, fuck.
What did they announce at D23? Anything crazy?
Well, they did a bunch of new movie stuff. Like, I mean, because I'm a big Marvel fan, so they announced a bunch of the Marvel stuff coming out, and then they announced a bunch of new rides at Disneyland.
What phase are they in with Marvel?
Well, the new Captain America movie's coming out.
Okay.
New World. Oh no, Brave New World.
Brave New World. Yeah.
Where Sam Wilson is now Captain America, the Falcon. And Harrison Ford is now taken over for, I forgot what the name of the guy is. He passed away. William Hurt. Is that his name? William Hurt, I think. He's now going to be the Red Hulk. So there's not we have the Red Hulk now instead of the Green Hulk. So Harrison Ford's Red Hulk. Anyway, so they got that movie coming out. Yeah, William Hurt. And then,
I love that Harrison Ford essentially just keeps playing the same character over and over again, even when he's going to be a CGI person, because it's clearly going to be CGI'd.
Yes.
You know.
Well, I don't think they're going to spray paint him red. It'd be a pathetic Red Hulk.
Yeah, they're like, why is his titty so saggy? Because he's fucking 70.
90. But yeah, so they did.
Don't let him fly a plane, whatever you do.
I think he's been revoked, license revoked.
Oh,
they announced a bunch of cool stuff.
Him.
Yeah, they did mum. Give me the flight.
Give me the keys.
Give me the aviators. Give me the aviators.
You can't fly anymore, buddy.
But
yeah, no. Have you ever seen that though? That Harrison Ford plays the same guy in every single movie.
Yeah, he's kind of like.
No, he's like the begrudging hero. Yeah. Where he's like, "Get off my plane," or
Han Solo,
I know.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, exactly. He's always the guy that's like, "Fucking up,
I'll do it. Fine.
I'll save the day. Snakes. Why'd it have to be snakes?"
Yeah, that's him.
You kind of give Harrison Ford vibes.
I feel very Harrison Ford lately.
Yeah,
but
like current Harrison Ford.
Yeah, current grumpy Harrison Ford, not young, attractive, full of life Harrison Ford.
So that's coming out.
They announced a lot of new rides at Disneyland. They're expanding all the parks.
Land or World or
a bunch of them. There's a new Cars ride, I guess, coming out Disney World Orlando.
Okay.
And I think they're going to make a new Indiana Jones ride at Animal Kingdom in Orlando.
Okay.
Where they're building like a big temple, like just a giant.
So, sort of like what's already out here.
I guess, but it may be more reminiscent of the actual Indiana Jones movies, maybe not some made up story. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then
are they redoing the one out here too? Because I thought it was closed for refurb. They close it all the time.
They close all the time because it breaks constantly.
And...
No, I think they're keeping that one the same. But what they're doing in Disneyland California Adventure at the Avengers campus, they're adding 2 new rides.
Okay.
They're adding
that world feels a little vacant.
Well, there's only 2 rides in it.
Yeah.
It's Spider-Man and the Guardians of the Galaxy ride. And that was already there before the Avengers campus.
Yeah,
so
they just slapped a new label on it.
That's all they did.
Yeah, it used to be Tower of Terror.
Right.
Yeah.
So they just threw a fucking raccoon puppet in there and made it Guardians of the Galaxy. So with they're doing a Iron Man ride, Stark Industries, and I guess Robert Downey Jr. is coming back to be videotaped or be filmed for all the stuff in it. So he's coming back for that as Iron Man.
Okay.
And then they're doing a Thanos ride. King
Thanos ride.
Yeah. So I guess more in-game Infinity War centric.
Oh.
Where you're battling Thanos to get the Infinity Stones back.
Oh, okay. So this is probably going to be like a Transformers type ride. Probably it's going to be like that, like half video, but you're also moving through.
Some sort of immersive, like what they did with, it might be even something like Rise of the Resistance or Smuggler's Run.
God, Rise of the Resistance is just... It's a next level experience.
It's a 20-some minute ride. Like the load in is part of the ride.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant ride.
I enjoy it. Yeah, it's a brilliant ride because they make you forget how long you've been waiting.
Yeah, you're like, I'm fucking finally moving after like 45 minutes. Like I'm finally seated and moving, but I've been in this ride for 20 minutes already.
Yeah.
So it's great. And I think they're going to actually change Smuggler's Run, the Millennium Falcon ride. I think they're going to change the mission. So when you go and do the mission, it's going to be, I think it has something to do with the Mandalorian and Grogu.
Oh, that's fun.
So you're flying around with them.
Man.
So
I'm not fun to do that ride with if you're an inexperienced.
Oh, because you're crashing the fucking ship
No.
all over the place?
I'm a brilliant pilot. I'm better at piloting the Millennium Falcon than I am at driving my own vehicle, okay? Like if you were like CRV Millennium Falcon, I'm like, I'm taking the Falcon.
Give me the Falcon.
Yeah. But when I get stuck with someone that doesn't know what they're doing, I am insufferable.
No.
Like
pull back means go up.
Yeah, or even worse, like when you have kids being the gunners and you're just like, what the fuck?
Only shoot it when there's something there. It's costing us money if you just fire all the time. I want to get some fake credits out of this.
Well, because the ride can end in different places. Like you can catch multiple things.
Well, you get different amounts of money at the end.
Yeah. But
if you don't crash and don't blow up all your fucking shoot the gun 1,000 times.
Oh, I didn't realize that they were charging you for ammunition.
Yeah. Because you could just hold the button down and it just keeps firing. But then you realize, they tell you at the end, that costs you money.
Oh.
So you only need to fire when there's something to fire at. Otherwise,
I feel like
they charge you.
I feel like you and I could fly that.
I think we could nail it.
I feel like we could fly that.
You
bird.
and I and Colton could fucking
Oh yeah.
Flawless.
Colton could do the
Flawless.
engineering and the gunning, I think. I would trust him with that.
The only thing with Smuggler's Run to make it realistic is they shouldn't let you strap in. It should just be you can get up and move around the cockpit.
No!
Just like in the real Millennium Falcon. You should be able to fucking flop around and run around and hit other buttons.
They have I guarantee they have seatbelts in the Millennium Falcon.
No, Han never wore it.
Bullshit.
He should be able to walk around the back and hit the fucking buttons and come back and fly.
With a seatbelt.
No, well, yeah, that's his own personal seatbelt.
He's like, BYOS, assholes. Oh, so they're fixing that. Was there something about like a Monsters Inc. ride or something coming too?
I think that's in I think it's in Disney World.
Disney World.
Pixar is doing a Monsters Inc. ride.
Oh,
I believe.
Maybe that's what's gonna go in the thing where there was Stitch and Alien. Like that. That's a weird. There's parts of Tomorrowland and Disney World that I think Disney just forgets about.
Well, same in Disneyland.
Where?
Tomorrowland is just like.
There's Space Mountain.
Yeah, but there's that whole
and the blasters.
There's the whole big rotunda thing where I guess it's now just like a Star Wars docking bay where you can go and see like Star Wars paraphernalia.
Is that where they used to do the Carousel of Progress?
Yes, where the person died.
Oh fuck! I forgot. They didn't die on site.
Yeah, well, no, they did. Well, this one I don't know.
They carried him out in multiple pieces.
They don't, and then they reassembled like dead.
Didn't he get like decapitated or
something?
No,
it was an employee at the park, and they were because the way the ride used to be is you'd sit in chairs, and then there'd be the middle part, which was the Carousel of Progress, and that would turn to like, oh, here's the modern kitchen, and then like here's the modern, living room or whatever.
Yeah, but was the audience spinning in that?
No,
was the stage spinning?
I think the audience sat still, and the stage spun, and I guess one of the workers was leaping between the seats and the stage and got caught in between, and the walls just grinded them. Right? Alex knows. Oh
my God.
And it just smashed them like fucking peanut butter on bread.
This is like the stuff of all creepypasta too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's crazy how much this story gets found on my TikTok.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Don't ask me about my TikTok.
Nuts.
Yeah.
I haven't seen.
And apparently the ghost still haunts that place.
Oh yeah.
Well, because I saw Jamie Lee Curtis like let us sing along in that song. But now I'm like, you sadistic bitch. Like that's what finally shut that ride down.
I think so.
I thought it was because we just got to the point in the future where they were like,
oh, that was from 1980. That's
oh really?
We all have microwaves.
Yeah.
No, I think the future caught up with the progress of the future ride.
They were like, this isn't turning out the way we thought it was going to.
New.
Everyone's much sadder. Much sadder. There's not as many holograms.
But that whole thing could be redone.
Yeah, you should redo it. And like it's just like people like,
right.
oh, oh, this is the year we got holograms of Tupac. You know what I mean? Like that's the stuff. Like we should show people what we actually used.
Look what we did with our technology.
With the use, like we used really smart technology to do useless shit.
To bring back Tupac.
That's, I mean, iconic, but still.
No, Tomorrowland it's a forgotten area.
Oh, because we're in Todayland.
It's literally Tomorrowland. Tomorrow, it's almost yesterday at this point.
Yeah. It's early 2000s.
It is early 2000s land.
So there's that happening. Universal's doing a bunch of cool stuff too.
Here or Orlando? I know they're doing the Fast and Furious ride here.
So they're doing Fast and Furious ride. Another one? Because there's one that's part of the tour.
Right, but no, this one's an actual roller coaster.
Okay.
A physical roller coaster, which is rare at Universal City.
Yeah, it's very rare for out here. It's less rare in Florida because they have the separate
They
parks.
have more space.
Yeah. But out here in LA, they just opened Nintendo Land.
Yeah.
Have you been to that?
Yeah, it's okay.
It's fine.
It's all right.
It's whatever. Is it for kids?
You have to get the wristband. If you don't get the Mario wristband, which is like $40, then you can't really do anything in the land because you have to go around and collect like magic coins by hitting like, bricks and shit and doing things. And then that allows you access into other parts of the castles.
Oh, what a rip!
So you can ride Mario Kart. You can ride the Mario Kart ride. You can do that. But but going to Bowser's Castle and ride that ride, you need to have the band to acquire coins to get into that castle.
We're on to you, Universal. Yeah. It's that, and then Harry Potter Land, you need the wands.
Yeah,
you need like a whole batch of accessories just to enjoy yourself in some parts of the park. But one thing that Universal is doing right is in Orlando, they're opening a completely separate park, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And
they just did Dark Universal or something like that, right?
Well, they're opening a completely separate park, I believe, in Orlando. But one of the things that they're doing that people lost their fucking minds about on TikTok and the internet was they have like life-size piloted dragons.
What?
Yeah. They're these giant replica dragons that they're putting in the sky. So people have video from miles away
of these giant dragons flying around.
Giant dragons flying in the sky.
That's
like some kid is probably shitting their pants.
Some hillbilly in the swamp is going, I told you Jesus is coming.
Quick, the gator's got wings. Get it.
I told you we should have the 10 Commandments in schools.
Did you guys know? Sorry to interrupt. Did you guys know that they tested that dragon in like Northern California?
Oh, they did?
Yeah, there's a whole like community in the middle of nowhere, Bakersfield. Sorry, Bakersfield. That
they're like,
yeah, what is that? Yeah, literally,
fucking freaked them out. Yeah. Well, they're all on meth up there, so they just had no idea what the fuck was happening.
So after that one day, I think they stopped testing because of how many 911 calls the city got.
That's amazing. So amazing. But yeah, so I know that they're doing that. There's like a whole land dedicated to Universal Monsters,
which should be. They're cool.
That should have been a long time.
That's always the best thing at Universal.
Because I feel Halloween like leaving that out is kind of like leaving out the history of the park.
That's like literally having Disneyland without Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Because Universal is known for their monsters.
For sure.
And to not have monsters makes no sense.
They started releasing all the haunted houses for Halloween Horror Nights. I'm really excited about it.
Weekend has got something going brewing.
Listen.
The Weekend.
The Weekend?
The Weekend.
The Weekend.
Weekend.
Yeah.
Weekend. Well, it doesn't say, there's no, it's spelled different.
I know.
There's no E.
It's the Weekend.
Weekend.
Yeah.
Weekend.
I just always hear Daniel Craig, ladies and gentlemen, the Weekend.
The Weekend. the Weekend.
The clip that everyone cut. But with that one, the Weekend's put on a couple of haunted houses, and he actually does a pretty good job with them.
He won 2 years ago there, I think.
Yeah, they're usually themed to his music.
Yeah.
You know? But I've always enjoyed those houses. There's always a couple of houses where you're like, oh, you guys did this right.
Last year, I took Colton for the first time. And
did he like it, or was
he loved it?
Okay.
And
I was wondering if he'd be scared.
I thought he would be too. And I took him last year and he loved it. And
He's old enough now.
He's old enough now. And the best ride was the Universal Monsters walkthrough.
It's a good one.
That was the best one. I mean, Stranger Things was okay.
I love I always love when they do Stranger Things.
Right, Stranger Things was good, and then but the Universal Monster thing was the best one.
I know you're gonna be really mad about this, but if you see that they're doing Frozen Empire.
Yeah, that movie sucks ass so much.
I didn't hate it. They're
just gonna make you watch the movie. Just go in there.
They're like, it's about to get real scary.
So awful.
They're doing Frozen Empire. I forget what they're doing. a ladies night of Universal Monsters.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's like Bride of Frankenstein.
Right. Because last year they didn't do the classic monsters like Frankenstein and Dracula.
No.
They did like
all the auxiliary. They did the B Squad.
They did the B Squad, but it was great. They did like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and stuff like, and the Hunchback of Notre Dame. It was like they did some really good ones.
Universal Orlando New Park. Let's see. The problem is, you're not going to be able to get to this for forever. It's called Epic Universe Theme Park is what they're doing. So it's going to be
new Harry Potter land.
So there's going to no, it's a new park.
Okay.
It's a completely separate ticketed thing.
Oh my God.
Which is kind of crazy because like you really don't get the full experience of the Harry Potter world that Universal has built unless you have a park hopper and you can take the train from, have you done this? From Universal Islands of Adventure over to Universal.
Yeah.
And like you get on the Hogwarts Express.
That's kind of cool.
It's pretty sick.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, I've
never done that, but that sounds cool.
Oh, it's very fun. I think they did a really good job with it. So yeah, there's more Harry Potter stuff. They're doing their own Super Nintendo world. How to Train Your Dragon. That's why they have the giant dragons.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So like those aren't scary dragons.
No.
Those are cartoon.
Yeah.
That's
toothless. Not Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's Toothless. Who called the cops on Toothless? You know what I mean? Pussies. Dark Universe, that's going to be Dr. Victoria Frankenstein.
Okay.
Is the one that's leading that part of the park.
Yeah.
And then there's like Celestial Park, which is, it just sounds like they ran out of properties to use.
Yeah,
and they were
so.
like, shit, we just got to fill this void.
Are you going to Halloween Horror Nights this year?
Always.
Are you going to Florida or are you coming here or this one here?
I might do both.
Wow.
Not to brag.
Yeah.
No. I like to go to both because I have friends on both coasts that enjoy that type of stuff.
I gotta get tickets to Colton this year again.
And I think that Universal Florida is far more aggressive in their scaring.
Yeah.
Universal Hollywood is more about the theatrics and the makeup and the effects.
Yes.
Orlando is like, let's chase you.
I'm gonna fucking
I'm gonna terrify. And because the thing is too,
I'm gonna choke you for real.
Eddie, the craziest shit about Universal Orlando was like, when I went there when I was younger, friends of mine used to get hired there.
Oh.
As characters.
Okay.
And so they'd run up to you and they'd be like, "Hi, Jen."
Oh, that would freak you the fuck out.
I pissed myself. Because it was a dude in a clown mask with a chainsaw. And it's like, no, that's Kyle. We had biology with him. It's fucking insane.
That's crazy. Well, because here when you go, like they don't come up. I think they stay like 6 feet from you.
No, they'll get a little close.
They hardly. Last year
I think they've gotten punched in the face one too many times.
I think so.
Some of them.
I think so.
One of my buddies laid somebody out.
I would.
Yeah. Have you ever hit a character?
No. But no one's ever come close to me.
Oh, really?
No. Like literally 6 feet away.
But I think that's because you're big, dude.
Maybe.
I think it's because you're too big and they're like, that one would hurt.
I'm not going to take the chance.
Yeah. Little people like me, they're like,
I'll scare the shit out of her.
She doesn't have, I go in like, I don't know. I think I kind of cheat in haunted houses. I have like a system.
Yeah.
And now that I look back at it, I'm really just accommodating myself sensory wise, but like I wear earplugs.
Oh,
I have to, dude. The world is I wear earplugs 90% of my day. People don't realize it.
Yeah.
I wear earplugs a lot because I think the world is just very loud. At the movies, I have to wear them.
Yeah. Tracy's like that at the movies.
Yeah. It helps a little bit with like my like vertigo and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, by the way, in case you happen to watch the last episode, that turned out it was an earthquake. And I was not insane.
It wasn't car racing outside.
Yeah. Alex so badly wanted it to be the Fast and the Furious taking place on Sunset.
I kind of wanted it to, yeah. I'm also just so used to it. I mean, trucks and shipping containers left and right all day. Yeah.
It must have been bad enough. Like there must have been another one besides the one you're talking about because I had multiple people text me and go, "Are you okay?"
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I was like, really? And we just sat here.
Has your dad texted yet?
No.
I'm sure he will soon.
Oh, but there's a citizen report.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was a 4.7 earthquake.
In Pasadena?
Yeah. 2.7 is what Alex said. Bullshit.
Anything under 5, you guys. Come on, you know the rule.
Yeah. We don't panic until it's
I didn't even
5.
feel it, but that's because I'm dead inside.
Yeah. Well, anyways. And then like Tom Cruise did some weird jump.
He
over
ended the 2024 Olympics and helped set up the 2028 Olympics here in Los Angeles by doing he like dove off the Hollywood sign or something like. What did he do?
I don't.
He dove.
Dude,
Do you remember? Do you know what he did, Alex?
I think he just rappelled down.
He were off the Hollywood
but
sign.
he was wearing his Mission Impossible getup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he did the Tom Cruise run.
Right, he did the, and then jumped off the Hollywood sign.
Tom Cruise doing these stunts is starting to feel like
He wants to die.
When my dad talks about playing softball, do you know what I mean? Where you're just like, buddy, give it up, dude.
Yeah, but I think Tom Cruise wants to die publicly. I think he wants to die in the public sphere somewhere.
You think in a movie?
I think in a movie. I think he wants
the Crow treatment.
I think he does. I think he wants to die in a film or doing some sort of public stunt.
His last big injury, I was like, you're never going back to acting again.
What was that
he broke
again?
his foot, right? His
I thought it was
ankle.
his back or something.
Was it his back?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought it was his foot too. I
know
thought he
it's-
like shattered his foot.
It's like
or
Mission
something
Impossible
crazy.
5 or 6, where he was jumping from building to building.
Yeah.
You guys, you see it in the film. His ankle.
Mission
was split.
Impossible 7 is just gonna be him trying to get to the bathroom by himself, like unassisted. Take a shower without a seat in it. You know what I mean? Like that's.
I think he wants to die. I think he wants to die in a film, so that can be
It
his
is
last
kind of
film.
hard. It is kind of hard watching your action heroes age because like Tom Cruise isn't getting any younger,
No.
but he's just defying age
Right.
as much as he possibly
the
can.
most out of anybody.
Yeah, like I think he just keeps jumping out of planes so it stretches his face more. But you know, Harrison Ford looks much older
Yeah,
now.
Schwarzenegger
you know what I
is
mean?
super old looking.
Schwarzenegger, yeah.
Stallone, just there's so much plastic on
It's
him.
hard. And then I think Bruce Willis is the saddest one.
Well, because he's losing it, like literally.
Because he's losing, you know, he's got like a form of dementia, like
Yeah.
a very aggressive form
Yeah.
of dementia.
yeah, he's not even there anymore.
No, that's sad.
Which is terrible.
Because these are all the action figure
Yeah.
icons we grew up. And I don't feel like anybody's stepped up to replace them yet.
well, they haven't, because if you think about
Who's replacing them? Fucking Tom Holland?
5'2" Tom Holland.
No.
Well, if you think about like
that is not my action star.
our 80s
I love Tom Holland, not my action star.
No.
Timothy Chalamet,
No.
fuck off.
No,
No.
our action stars from the 80s, the fucking Tom Cruises, the Stallones, the Schwarzeneggers, they remained our action stars for the 90s
Yeah.
and the 2000s.
Through the power of HGH.
Even 2010, through the power of HGH and testosterone supplements, they for like 40 years.
Yeah, which is
Like-
impressive.
Yeah, because think about it, like the top stars in the 1940s were not around in the 1980s.
Yeah.
They weren't doing stunts and shit. Humphrey Bogart was dead.
Sean Connery kind of kept it going for a while.
He kind of, but he wasn't an action star.
He stopped doing as much
He
of
did
the
The
action
Rock,
stuff.
but like,
He did the last Indiana Jones.
yeah, but he played an old man, not
Yeah,
the
but
physical
he
lead
still-
of the
But
film.
he still did physical stuff.
Yeah, but he wasn't the physical lead of the film.
That's fair.
Like Tom Cruise was the physical lead of the film in Top Gun in 1985, 86.
Yeah.
And he's the physical lead of the Mission Impossible 8 or whatever it's going to be next year. That's fucking 45 years later.
That's wild.
That's nuts. Sean Connery was James Bond in what, the 60s?
Yeah.
He wasn't doing James Bond in the 90s, being an elite action star. He was usually the side character.
But is that because is that more because one, James Bond never ages and he never dies? Well,
Except last one.
Yeah. Listen, spoilers.
Sorry. So if you haven't seen it now, you don't give a fuck about James Bond.
Were you surprised when they finally killed him and you were like, holy shit,
I was
they
like, oh,
fucking
wow.
did it.
Wow, you did it, guys. Good job.
And then there's a new James Bond movie coming out.
Yeah.
I'm like, did he just survive the snap?
But they're never...
Like, are we just not going to address that we killed him in the last one?
Right.
And he regenerate. This isn't Doctor Who.
Maybe it is. Maybe he's got powers we don't know about yet.
No. If you give James, I'm fucking out. When you break the rules of your world, I'm out.
Yeah, but James Bond is always separate stories. It's never... I mean, there are some threads that go through multiple stories, but for the most part, every one is a new beginning, a new end.
You mean each James Bond? Every
Yes.
every James
Every
Bond has
iteration
their
of James
run.
Bond,
Yes.
it seems to be a separate...
That's fair.
But it'll work.
I'm just like looking at all these people that are coming up, like these like actors that would fulfill.
Who's going to be the next star?
Who's going to be the?
They're still looking for it.
Who's going to be our action?
We have so
Glenn
much.
Powell.
Probably Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell is like
Is
I feel like is the one person that. But like, look, it's interesting how many times they've tried it though. You know, like I said, Tom Holland. They tried to do it with that movie he did with.
They've tried to do it with Chris Pratt, and it hasn't hooked on yet.
Well, that's for other reasons. I think Chris Pratt likes to shoot himself on the foot on social media.
He does.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the general public that enjoys the type of movies that do that type of stuff, they don't necessarily align with all of his values.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, Chris Pratt sort of has that whole like with the Jurassic, but like
they tried, but it didn't catch on. Not the way, because we have such nostalgia for the 80s that's what kept Stallone and Schwarzenegger and Tom Cruise and those guys going for like, 40 years. Because those are still our guys
Ryan
from the
Reynolds,
80s.
Hugh Jackman, but like they've already, but I feel I put them in the same category as Tom Cruise, even though they came later. They're still in like that next little, and they're on their way out. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but I still don't
Hugh Jackman looks old as Wolverine.
Yes.
I don't hate it.
But he's supposed to be.
I enjoy this iteration of Wolverine. I like how angry he is.
But outside
it's
of
giving Eddie Pence.
It's very Eddie Pence. But outside of Wolverine, Hugh Jackman doesn't really play action stars.
It's fair.
He does musicals and Broadway. Like he doesn't, outside of Wolverine, he's not an action star.
Wolverine jazz hands.
Right.
Just
But Ryan Reynolds outside of Deadpool, not really an action star.
He's done a couple of films where he's like, it's an actiony type.
But he's
like,
always sort of the comic relief in whatever he's doing.
The Rock?
No.
The acting chops.
The Rock has had literally bomb after outside of Jumanji. What is The Rock?
That's fair.
It's been bomb after bomb.
The Jungle Book was awful.
Jungle Cruise?
I never saw. Yeah, the Jungle Cruise was awful. What was the Black Adam? I have never
awful.
seen, but I've heard it was not
awful.
Good. I just feel like we haven't found that next crop of like people outside of a universe.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because I feel like the universe, like the Marvel
in the
universe,
MCU or whatever,
DC,
you're cheering for the heroes in that universe.
Yeah. Not necessarily the actors.
Not Chris Evans, but Captain America.
Yeah, in a standalone film.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's why I feel like
Glenn Powell has a shot to do it. He might be the next guy. I think they're setting him up to be the next guy.
You know what it is? It's because I think that the DC and Marvel universes have kind of swallowed up all of the people.
Well, yeah.
That
everybody's been in one.
That might have become those next people, and they haven't been able to like land the next thing that's a standalone hit franchise besides those two.
Chris Hemsworth, he did those Netflix movies. I forgot what they were called.
So they were that good.
They're actually, I saw there was two of them, I think, and I forgot what they're pure action films, and he's not bad in them. But at the same time, I think the issue is the blockbuster has taken up such space in the movie theater that we don't have just like the action film anymore, where people just go and see an action film. It's got to be part of a larger universe. So I think that's kind of hurt making that next action star.
Yeah. But that's why, like I said, I wasn't mad at Twister. I thought Twister was fun.
Yeah.
Twisters was dumb.
But it's still
it was dumb, but it was fun.
It's still an existing IP.
It's an existing IP, but it's not the Marvel universe.
Right. But it's not him. It's not Glenn Powell as an action hero.
I don't know. Have you seen it yet?
I haven't seen it.
That's your homework for this weekend.
But
use your AMC Movie Pass and go see it.
Maybe.
It's not like it costs you.
I'll probably see Deadpool again.
No. Stop watching your Comfort Tube and go watch it.
Comfort Tube.
That's your homework.
Comfort Tube.
I would love your opinion to see if you think Glenn Powell has what it takes.
Well, he didn't. I thought he was really good in Maverick.
This is different.
Yeah.
This is different. This is him being more charming and,
all right.
and him being more on the forefront.
All right.
Watch it. Well, I'm genuinely curious what you think.
Maybe.
Anyways, I feel like it's that time.
Is it that time?
It is.
All right. We're playing Florida Man Friday. I read Jen Sturger 3 Florida Man headlines, 2 real, 1 fake. She tells me what is the fake Florida Man headline. Alex is playing along.
I have a question, clarifying question.
Yes.
Okay. Are we keeping score or do I need to like
You're
do
1-0,
the backlog?
right? Or you're 0-0 right now, right?
Well, I'll keep
You're-
a studio score
you're
going
still
forward.
undefeated?
Yeah. We're 0-0 right now, starting now.
He's got 2 and I've got
2 and
1.
1?
Yeah.
The studio's got 2.
2.
I mean,
2 and
so
1.
convenient that we started
It's-
keeping score
it's
then,
the house.
but okay.
Here we go. Well, you can even it up right now. Florida man bites off his brother's penis after he walks in on his brother having sex with his cousin on his favorite Dragon Ball Z blanket.
That's
Florida man dressed as banana charged for whipping out his banana. C. Florida man breaks into zoo, attempts to teach penguins karate. One of those is a fake Florida man headline.
Only one of them?
Or hasn't happened yet.
This one's hard.
It's fucking weird. What zoo was it? Do you know?
I could look it up.
You didn't write it down.
I didn't write it down. Say the Orlando Zoo.
I think
Yeah.
it's the Dragon Balls.
The Dragon Ball Z
Dang.
blanket one?
Yeah,
Florida
I
man
think that's the fake one.
Bites off his brother's penis after he walks in on his brother having sex with his cousin on his favorite Dragon Ball Z blanket.
How do you, there's just so much.
I'd be
Florida.
upset.
Is it so detailed I made it
It's
up, or is it
so
too detailed to be
detailed.
made up?
I'd be upset. 3, it's the zoo.
Florida man breaks in the zoo, attempts to teach penguins karate. You're a winner. And now 3 and 1.
What?
Alex,
I
the
knew it.
house.
Jen gave it away. Jen messed up. She's like, what zoo? And I'm like, that's got to be it.
Dragon Balls. Dragon Balls is real.
Man bites off his brother's penis because he walked in on his brother having sex with his cousin on his favorite
How
Dragon
did
Ball
he get
Z
that
blanket.
close to bite it?
I guess it was just a melee ensued, and then a penis found its way into his mouth,
What?
and he bit away.
What in the name of Mortal Kombat kind of finisher is that? Finish him! No, not like that! Not like that!
That's Hakua's finisher.
Oh my God, Eddie, where can people find you?
At Eddie Pence on all the socials, or at eddiepence.com.
At Jennifer Sturger on all the socials, guys, and then jensturger.com. Please keep sharing us with all your friends. Thanks for all the downloads. Please keep reviewing us. Like
Yes.
anything you can do to help us grow this
5-star
little baby.
rating, positive text review.
Positive text
Helps
review.
a lot.
Just say it's the funniest shit you've ever heard, even if it's not true. Just
I don't
do
care
it.
if you lie.
Yeah, just fine. Everybody lies. a
Everyone
little bit.
lies.
It's fine. We love you guys so much. Thank you again for joining us on another episode of Not Today, and we'll see you again next week.
Bye.